Rabbi Usher Mazer. So, Rabbi Mazer, why disparage the fact that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of people were walking in darkness, that were idol worshippers, that had no interest in God, didn't read the scriptures, they now worship the God of Israel and love the whole Bible because of Jesus the Messiah? If your interest is connecting people to the God of Israel, why not rejoice in that? Why try to pull people away from Jesus?
My job is to bring people from a lower state of holiness to a higher state of holiness. You were talking about this idea that permeates a Christian world. In some way, the God of the Old Testament is an angry, legalistic God, and love and grace came only to the New Testament. I think anyone who would make such a statement does not know Tanakh.
But I didn't make that statement. You made it. I didn't make it. I don't think that. I've written whole books against that concept.
You made the statement, but that the notions that are vital to Christians to make them ethical are these notions that are outside of Torah that exist solely in the New Testament. That's why you need a New Testament, because if not, why do you need a New Testament if everything ethical there could be found in what Christians call the Old Testament? When we see Moses laying down his life, also Samson laying down his life, every prophet laying down their life for a love of Israel, for a love of God. How many times does Yeshua quote the book of Psalms? In other words, we don't need any other book to say. What you're saying is that the Torah is not enough. You're saying that Tanakh's not enough. And you know what?
Well, you're saying it's not enough. You're the one with oral law. You stated that right from the start. Without oral law, which is endless, as you know.
Every rabbinical law.
You're saying that what God gave in writing is not enough. I'm saying what God gave in writing is He fulfilled. He said He was going to do certain things, and He did them. And the New Testament records that.
Every yeshiva student will tell you that every bit of oral law is clearly considered derabbanan by the rabbis. The rabbis, they don't make the mistake of falling in the prohibition of adding to the Torah by calling their words Torah. In other words,
of course they do.
No, they don't. That's the mystical understanding.
When you light the Sabbath candles, what do you pray?
Yes, we say Asher K'dei Shana B'Mitzvotav. Well, first of all,
when did God command you to, in the Torah, in the written Torah, when did God command you to light Sabbath candles?
No, God commanded us in Deuteronomy chapter 17 to heed the judges of those days. In other words, the men of the Sanhedrin. And it tells us, this is the famous... hold on.
In legal disputes. Heed the Levitical priests in legal disputes. That's all He said.
And it says that what they command you will be Torah, and it says
it has nothing to do.
Do not stray from the right or to the left from what they instruct you. And it says that by disobeying them,
the Levitical priests who function as Israel's Supreme Court in legal debates.
Well, as you know, that throughout Jewish history, the Sanhedrin sat on top of the Temple Mount, even in the time of Yeshua. So what was this court doing there? This court was building takanot, gezerot, fences around the Torah. So we know that by obeying them is equivalent to obeying God Himself. So when we say Asher K'dei Shana B'Mitzvotav,
law is adding to the law.
No, not if they call it rabbinic.